You ever wonder what it'd be like to let your intrusive thoughts win? Like you go through life and stress begins to build up, everything feels like it's going wrong, and you begin to feel rejected or abandoned by society. You ever wonder what would happen if you just hit your boiling point and you just... No? Me neither. I'm mostly sane and personally don't have much of a desire for that kind of stuff. That being said, there are days when... I'm kidding. Alright, you saw the title. Let's talk about 1993's Falling Down is a small-scale but very significant film. I mean, by today's standards, it may feel a little boilerplate. I mean, when you watch Falling Down, the message is very clear. The world we live in will walk all over you with no disregard for your life. The future is now, and you either move with it, adapt, or you die. It sounds dramatic, and to a degree it is. People reject normal society all the time and manage to live decent lives away from the rest of us. But those people are in the minority, and most people are locked into the world they were born into. Such is the case for William Foster, played by Michael Douglas, a man who feels like the whole world has turned sour and overcomplicated with people who have succumbed to a brittle existence, accepting the slop on the streets. Michael Douglas does a phenomenal job at portraying someone who is frustrated and broken, looking for someone to blame, and fed up with the modern world. All of his complaints and issues are intentionally relatable as he self-destructs and attempts to find his way back. Opposite of the character of William is Sergeant Martin Prendergast, an officer who is on his last day of the job and is attempting to avoid the cliche that usually befalls cops on the last day of the job. Martin is played by Robert Duvall, and though his character isn't as interesting as Michael Douglas's, he becomes interesting by the end. You see, without spoiling anything, this is a movie that really holds its themes high on display. The central dispute with both of these men being in such different worlds, yet also having similar problems, it's so well executed, and especially at the end, very well written. Now, who do we have to thank for this? Let's see. The director was Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher? Wait. That Joel Schumacher? Well, I guess he's done other better, more serious stuff, but before watching this, I only ever really knew him for Batman. But yeah, this is a lot better than that. Now, obviously, he didn't write the script. That would go to Eb Roe Smith, so credit to that guy. I honestly really miss movies like this. They feel rare nowadays. Not that they don't exist, but I don't know. The style really sucked me in and instantly made me sympathize with the situation. It's very relatable, if not slightly extreme, with everything happening all at once. If there's one takeaway from this movie, it's that people can be awfully inconsiderate and forget to show each other basic courtesy. If you watch this film, you'll definitely see the message is as clear as day, especially at the end. And so yeah, trying to speak more casually on the film, I really like the dynamic set up between the two leads and how they play off each other. By the end, the similarities between them and how they compare and contrast to each other and how they both deal with the world that they live in without spoiling things, I think it's really good at the end. It's also really just fun to watch somebody like Michael Douglas's character in this just break down and kind of give in to intrusive thoughts. That's a lot of fun, just to watch somebody give in to all those crazy thoughts and ideas you might have, that you would never actually do because that's crazy, but in the movie you get to see somebody kind of just do it, and it's kind of fun. Robert Duvall and Michael Douglas are both great actors who turn in simple but very competent performances that perfectly convey the fatigue and frustration of dealing with life. So yeah, if you haven't seen 1993's Falling Down, I'd highly recommend seeking this movie out and giving it a watch. It's a product of a different time that still remains relevant today. Anyway, thanks for giving me your time and watching my video. If you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like below and maybe consider subscribing. And with that, see you on the next one.